Hello everybody, and welcome back to Space Engine. Disclaimer, this still isn't the Steam version. I know, I'm sorry, I'm gonna get it eventually. But I figured I'd just do another video because it's always fun. But I will be getting the Steam version here soon. Because I'm ordering the helium sometime this week. I'm waiting for them to get back to me. And the deposit's $300, so I get that back once the cylinder gets returned. And once I get that back, then I can get both the Steam versions of Space Engine and Species, so I can do those again, which will be fun. So there are some comments, or there's a comment anyways, asking me to go to somewhere in the Steam version, and I will when I get that, so don't worry. I know there's like 60 or so people who are like dedicated to this series. They watch it every time, and you guys are great, so I appreciate all of you. But most of my subscribers, I'm pretty sure, only subscribed for, I think, Species and Gmod, because those ones get me the most views, because they're usually just the weirdest. It's actually kind of weird. Like, I just do, like, Gmod videos of just, like, montages of me blowing stuff up, and people seem to really enjoy that, so it's like, alright. Some of them do good, some of them don't. I don't know. I make videos kind of just because I want to. I don't really put much thought or planning into them, or I don't really, I don't look at my analytics and see what people like. I just make whatever the hell comes to mind. So, like most things, this channel is just a visualization of just garbage coming out of my head. So, even with like speaking and stuff, because like a lot of the videos, like these ones or like that science one I did about nuclear bombs yesterday, I don't do scripts. I can't read off scripts. It never works out well. So they're always just unscripted, just random crap coming out of my mind. And because of it, I'll frequently like use an incorrect word, but then keep going, or use a word correctly but clumsily, or I kind of bounce around. And that's just because, again, my brain's a train wreck sometimes, so it just comes out as such. But hey, if I try to read off a script, it sounds terrible. Trust me, it's awful. My stuttering gets so bad when I read off a script. It's like, it's kind of a trade-off between having a coherent thought and not stuttering a lot. And I choose the not stuttering because, whatever. I can have a coherent thought without a script, it just, yeah. Right then, there's nothing of any serious interest in this, like, quadrant of the galaxy. What gives? I want planets with life. You know, let's go to this one. Why not? See what's here. That's an M dwarf. This is an F-type star. Ooh, that's pretty. My goodness. Actually, the balloon's gonna be really great. It's all ready to go. I just need to get the helium for it, and the tracker is gonna be activated whenever I get around to that. I have the means to do that. But right now it's just sitting next to me, and the payload is just doing nothing. The radiation data logger, I've gotten that sorted out. I'll have to like partially charge it so that it dies after about 3 or 4 hours, but whatever. It has a flash memory, so even when the battery dies, it'll be good. I just have to put it in a bag first before putting it in the payload. And yeah, and the camera's a Hawkeye Firefly S8 with a 90-degree non-wide-angle lens. And that's actually important because originally I was going to do like a GoPro like everyone else does, but GoPros are wide-angle, and you have like, you know, it causes a distorted image, which you get a really pretty like wide angle, which would honestly be better for the thunderstorm balloon, which I'm doing. But I wanted a non-distortion balloon. I wanted a balloon, like a camera that looks like what you would see if you were actually there. So I went with a non-distorted, like a non-fisheye lens, basically, which was actually pretty hard to find, but I found this one after a while. And it's actually cheaper than a GoPro, which is nice. Still kind of expensive, but actually a really good camera. It was actually, if you want to know what the camera looks like, it was the one that I was wearing in the first Airsoft video. Like the one that like was really dark and you couldn't see shit. Yeah, that one. So the video quality is actually really good. It doesn't do well in low light apparently, but whatever. But no, it's gonna be good. So that means that if it's supposed to reach around 80,000 feet if it goes straight up. And if it, oh, there we go. And if it does, it'll be able to get a nice image of the Earth's curvature. And because I was thinking ahead, I was like, I want it to be a non-distorted fisheye lens because I want to get an actual natural image of the Earth's curve. Like, I know the Earth is curved 100%, so it isn't like I'm not doing it because I want to see. I just want to see a non-distorted view, kind of like back in the day when they were launching V2 rockets out of white sands and they had cameras on board. You got some really cool non-distorted views of the Earth's curve, and I kind of want to replicate that. At 80,000 feet with a non-wide-angle lens, I'll probably be able to see it. Actually, if I compile, if it, okay, let me retry this. In one frame, that should be high enough to get at least the beginnings of a curve. But if it rotates around, like if it spins, then I can actually take multiple frames and pin them, like piece them together, and get a panoramic shot. Because a panoramic shot will actually get you like a confirmed for sure curved image. My cat's outside wanting to get in. Outside my room, mind you. She's in my house, but just outside the door. And that's kind of what I'm hoping for. The balloon, it is fairly stable, but it'll probably like pivot side to side, you know, just because. And even just a little bit of a pivot side to side will get me enough to make a nice panoramic. But if not, then a single frame will still see a curve at that altitude. It won't be as pronounced. The higher you go, the more pronounced. I want to eventually do. Come on. There we go. I want to eventually do something to get around 100,000 feet. Wow, okay, the game's just not working anymore. I mean, it's working, but it's not letting me read it. There we go. Abiogenic. It'll probably... no, I was talking about altitude. Yeah, so I'm going to do something later on to get, like, purely for altitude, because I want to get above 100,000. And what I'm thinking of doing in that regard is a thin balloon made of like a polyethylene type stuff. However, I'm probably going to go with a material that's water soluble for just environmental reasons because I'm that way. And I'm going to use hydrogen as a lifting gas. And I just want to see if I can get it as high as humanly possible with a balloon, like well, at least as high as I can with my budget. So it's not really a set in stone flight, but I want that to happen because the higher you are, it just looks really great. So that's going to be kind of a down the road thing. But this one, it'll be around 80,000 feet. So it'll be lower than a lot of other balloons, but it'll have a natural non-distorted camera lens. And if all goes well, it'll be flying through a thunderstorm and getting data from there. My window's actually been open. Like my launch window is in July. So first launch attempt is probably going to be Thursday, Friday, because that's kind of when there's supposed to be thunderstorm activity. And if I have the helium stuff by then I'll wait and see. But of course, the storm has to meet some criteria, so we'll see. If I can't actually get into a storm this summer, I still plan on launching the balloon anyways. I'll probably do a fair weather flight, just randomly near the end of the month, maybe in August. And that'll be cool because it'll still gather radiation data and it'll still get some video and will help me kind of figure some stuff out. So it'll still be a valuable flight, but that's kind of the backup mission. The primary mission is radiation data from inside a storm. If I can't do that this year, the next year, Rayon 2 will pick up that mantle, and I'll... no. Oh, I'm pushing the wrong buttons, that's why. And, I'll use that as an example to... or I'll use the second one to do thunderstorm research. And I'll actually have that one, like I'll have the helium set up way in advance and everything, so it'll be much easier, like it'll have a much longer window from like August, or from May all the way into August kind of thing. Because we had some really good storms here last month that would have been perfect for the balloon, but of course I didn't have it ready by then, so it's like, damn it. But whatever. It'll all work out in the end. I've waited 2 years for it already, so I can wait another year if need be. But regardless, I'm flying the, oh. This moon has life. It's going to be flying the summer regardless, so... And we should get a nice image of the Earth's curve. It'll be beautiful. yeah, so I have that going for me. It's gonna be fun. Um, oh, actually, I got my Airsoft sniper back the other day, finally. I am never taking it in for upgrades again. I'm doing it myself from here on, because 3 months of just, for literally a 20-minute job, not worth it. Oh, look at that. And it has no atmosphere. Wow. Wow. It says it has no atmosphere, but if you look, you can see a glow. So it might be kind of like Europa, where it doesn't technically have an atmosphere, but it does have an oxygen envelope around it. So that's kind of what I'm going on. But yeah, and jumping back, my train of thoughts all over the place. But yeah, so Airsoft gun is back, and I'm probably going this weekend. Maybe Friday, maybe Saturday. It depends. My friends want to do a private game, so we might book one for Saturday if that's the case. If not, I'll go on Friday, which that'll cut into my balloon launch potential, but I don't really care because I just want to go out. I've been waiting 3 months when I do this, and I have a full month to get the balloon ready anyways. So either way, that'll be fun, and I can use my hat camera for that, so I can try making another airsoft video. The camera I have for that will be, well, it's a smaller camera, and its quality isn't as good as the action camera. It's actually still pretty good though, mind you. But it'll fit on my hat instead of on my shoulder, so it'll offer better views of everything. And it also has a night vision mode where it has infrared flashlights on it, or like LEDs, but they're very weak, so they don't actually project very far. So I'm not going to use them, but I am trying to get a infrared flashlight to put on my gear to light up things in the dark to make it better. But the infrared, I ordered two cheap infrared flashlights from China 4 months ago, and they never showed up, so whatever. I have a floppy disk that I can take apart and use to make an IR filter for an incandescent light, but I don't have one, which is stupid. So, ooh, all right. Wait a minute. Both these stars have life. Let's go to this one first. So we'll see. Quality may vary, but regardless, it'll be fun. It's always fun. Let's check info on this. Thank you. General. Abiogenic, so it's local. The atmosphere is primarily carbon dioxide, obviously. What's the thickness of it? Wow, it's quite thick. Okay. Oh yeah, and what's the it's organic, multicellular. So we have aminals. Animals. You know, back in the day when you were a kid and you would transpose letters like aminals or biscotti. You know, there isn't a B in spaghetti, but the syllables sound similar. See, in my mind, I transpose letters regardless, but that's just dyslexia. Alright, now let's try out the other planet. I'm curious. It's just really not working. There we go. Abiogenic. Alright, so we have two planets in a binary system that have both developed life independently of each other. That's interesting, but they're both multicellular. That's also interesting. Ooh, look at that. That storm system. Always a good time. In other YouTube news, I've started going through and demonetizing my videos. I talked about this in that update that nobody watched because nobody watches the update videos, which I understand, they're kind of boring. But basically, I was like, I'm not making much money off it anyways, but I also hate ads with a burning passion. Like, I get the need for ads to make, for a free platform, you need to have a revenue stream to keep it running. And I don't mind border ads. I don't mind pop-up ads that you can click away that are like in the bottom of the video. I don't mind those at all. But unskippable ads and ads that are like pop up in the middle of videos, that's just really, really stupid. Like that's really, really dumb. YouTube can honestly spare the money to like not use those kind of ads, and they would still have more than enough money to keep YouTube running. So they're just doing it because they're greedy. And so I've kind of figured, you know what? I'm not gonna monetize videos anymore. It doesn't. It's like it's not worth it. Even if I was making money off it, the quality of the viewership is more important than making like a few cents off a video. So it's like I don't care about making the money. I just want to make videos. So I haven't been demonetizing new videos, and I've been going through and demonetizing my old videos, except for the pseudoscience ones, because videos that attract people who believe in pseudoscience or conspiracy theorists, I'll keep those monetized, not to make money, but because it's annoying. And I will gladly annoy those people because it's funny. So those ones are still monetized, but that's purely out of spite. There's no actual, I have no desire to make money off it. But everything else, like the species videos, are going to be demonetized, the space engine ones. I got through about 20 videos demonetized, and then Google started making an error where it's like, we can't save this. Because to demonetize, I have to do it one by one. I have to go video, click on the video, demonetize, off, save. For every video. It's a real pain in the ass. You can't just like, highlight all of them and say stop. So that was a real pain. And then Google's like, oh, we can't demonetize your videos. And it's like, all right, I see how this is. So I'm just going to every day keep demonetizing them until it tells me it can't do it anymore. Because I think YouTube intentionally doesn't want you to demonetize your videos. Because even if you're not making a lot of money off it, they still make money off the ads. So it might not be true. Not a conspiracy theorist. In fact, I'm very much against it. But it just kind of seems that way. And I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case. But point is, no more ads in my videos. They're awful. I hate them. For the time being, I recommend using ad block. Honestly, just do it. Like, block everything when you watch my videos. Just everything. All the ads, all the pop-ups. Stop them. YouTube does not deserve that, and I don't care about making money off my YouTube anymore. So just block all the ads. If you want to support other people, then you can turn it off for them. But for me, I don't really care. If you don't want to see ads, block them. It's really easy. Get an extension for Chrome or Firefox. Block those ads. YouTube does not need your money. Google has way too much money as it is. So, yeah, that's been my day. I'm just like, I just don't want to anymore. But the last I think 30 videos are demonetized now. So I still have the rest of them to do, but at least I got all the new ones aren't going to be demonetized anymore. And no future videos will be demonetized, except for, again, pseudoscience videos, because it's funny. Any opportunity to take money from conspiracy theorists and pseudoscience purveyors, I will take. Even if Google gets the money, I don't care. It's still funny. They don't lose the money, because they're not paying anything, but they do lose time. That's more valuable, so still worth it. Still worth it. Like that potato video, I left the comments open for a year on it, because I was like, let's see if anybody can offer any explanation as to how potato detoxing works. And no one did. Absolutely no one did. The only things I got were anecdotal things like, I tried it and my child got better, or I tried it and this got better, or it can remove glass, and stuff like that. It's like, nobody offered any physical or chemical or biological explanation as to how it works, because there is none, because it doesn't work. So after I gave it a year, and they weren't able to give me anything, so I was like, fine. So I just closed off the comments on that, because it's like, if nobody's going to give me an actual answer, or even attempt to be, logical, I don't want to hear you guys, I don't want to hear them talking about it. I really don't. So, I'll probably do that with more videos. Like, if I do pseudoscience ones, I'll keep the comments open for a little bit, just to see reactions. But if I get no intelligent responses from these people who believe this bullshit, I'm just not going to, it's whatever. If you're not going to offer an actual explanation, I don't want to hear about it. Carbon dioxide. Lovely. Because, and some of them, and it's actually very disturbing, because some of them are, people with children, and it's like, my child was sick, and we tried this, and it's like, ooh, you're a bad parent. I don't want to know about that. Because it's people who think that you can cure the flu with a potato slice is probably an anti-vaxxer, and will probably, harm their child a lot through various things. They don't mean to, but they do. It's like, oh, we'll give them essential oils. And it's like, wow, you're a bad parent. When my family lived in Vancouver? We lived everywhere. I don't know where. Somewhere. We knew a family that had 2 kids and both of them died of meningitis because the church was like, no, don't take them to the doctor. You have to let your faith heal them. And shocker, it didn't. So I really, really hate people who use pseudoscience on children. It's like, if you want to do it to yourself, go for it. If you want to like damage yourself with pseudoscience, that's your prerogative. Don't do it to children. Do not use snake oil on children. Just don't do it. So that really irritates me, like a lot, because it's like, it's child abuse. It honestly is child abuse. But they don't think it is because they're stupid and ignorant of the facts. And where am I going? I'm like bouncing back and forth between stars. Was I just here? I think I was just here. Yeah, I've gone backwards. Well, bugger. Anyways, that's 20 minutes, so I'm going to end it off there. I just wanted to do one just to talk, because it's always fun. But I will be doing the Steam version soon, and more species. And I'll find more fun things to do in Gmod, and some other things. And an Airsoft video is coming up. And I'm also going to start doing those, like that series I want to do, where I talk about, like, Airsoft and paintball and just airgun. Like, just basically a factoid kind of series of videos that humorously just kind of talk about the sport and, you know, how to kind of get started in it. So it'll be roughly factual, but again, I'm not an expert, so it'll be like, you know, here's the basics, here's things that I learned in cadets, here's things that I learned doing target shooting years and years ago, but everything else is like, if you want to see an actual, like, good person playing the sport, go watch somebody else's videos who's actually good at that, because I am not terribly good. Yeah. So that'll be fun. So thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed.